Hello and welcome to the Weekly Rewind. This episode is for Monday, April 6th, 2015. I'm your host, Banksley. Let's go ahead and take a look back at the past week of posts, Twitter photos, and Vine from attractions at Attractions on Twitter, starting with March 30th. We shared this photo right here of some of the amphicars that you're going to see at the Boathouse, a new restaurant that's opening soon over at downtown Disney/Disney Springs. But you can see more photos from all around Disney Springs, the construction updates on our blog at attractionsmagazine.com. Moving on to March 31st, we were over at the Polynesian Village Resort for the grand opening of Phase 1 of their DBC Wing, which included a bunch of bungalows, Trader Sam's, and much more. You can see here they have some entertainment in the lobby. Don't know if this is going to be a regular thing or if this was just for the special events, but it was very pretty. And here you can see the ending of the opening ceremony as the first phase of the Village Resort DBC Wing was unveiled. Went over to Trader Sam's Grotto out there in the outdoor bar area, and we ordered the shrunken zombie head. I have personally not tried this one yet. I've had the OA, but you can see plenty more video from the Polynesian Village Resort on this past week's episode of the show. On April 1st, Universal Orlando on Twitter shared this photo of Steve Carell, voice of Gru, meeting with Gru himself and some minions outside Despicable Me Minion Mayhem over at the studio park. Also on April 1st, we shared this photo right here of what looks to be a new entrance sign that's going over at the Gardens of Allah. Now, this is rumored to be a museum celebrating the 25th anniversary of Universal Orlando. Don't know no confirmation on that yet, but that's what the rumors are pointing at. So this could be the entrance sign for said museum. Also on April 1st, Theme Park Review shared this photo from Rocket on Twitter. Those metal detectors we talked about, they are back. It's looking like they're on a more permanent basis now. No official word yet from Universal if this is installed permanently or not. We will wait and see on that one. Moving on to April 2nd, speaking of Universal, you can see right here the official poster for Sharknado 3, oh hell no, was released. I like that tagline. It was released, and you can see in the tornado right there, you can see the Universal Globe and a bit of the Rip Ride Rocket coaster. Kind of a fun nod. It shows you just where this Sharknado is going to be happening. It's hitting the White House. I see a race car there too. And of course, Universal Orlando's premiering July 22nd on Sci-Fi. Jeremiah Good on Twitter shared this photo from inside Trader Sam's and saying that at 11 o'clock there was no wait whatsoever to get inside Trader Sam's. Now, we've been seeing a lot of high wait times, up to 2 hours just to get inside here. But that's usually when the Grotto opens during the day. It opens at 4 p.m. and it goes until midnight. So if you plan your time to visit closer toward midnight, you should have not very long of a wait to get in, but do note that only from 4 to 8 is it any age, but from 8 to midnight, it's only 21 and up. BioReconstruct on Twitter shared this playful little time-lapse that he took over at EPCOT of Illuminations with the reflection in the pond there. I think that's a really neat view. On to April 3rd, we shared this photo right here of some skeletons hanging outside the new Skeletons Museum over at iDrive 360. It's going to be opening on the 25th of this month, so be sure to check it back with us for full coverage when that does open. Also on April 3rd, Schmoofy on Twitter shared this photo right here of the Avengers Age of Ultron bus wrap that is now appearing around Walt Disney World property. You can see all the Avengers on there, and it's, I think, right there. Oh, look at that. There's a little shot of Vision. We haven't seen a lot of him in the trailers. On April 4th, Banksley, shared this photo of some hot air balloons in the morning sky. This is a common sight you'll see around Central Florida. A lot of hot air balloons, especially early in the morning, between 6 and 8, flying around. There's a field near our house where a lot of hot air balloons like to land, so I was lucky enough this morning to see 10 hot air balloons in the air. It's a really beautiful sight. Also on April 4th, we shared this photo of the Orlando Sea Life brochure. Brochures for Sea Life, Madame Tussauds, and the Orlando Eye have started to pop up around town. And inside the Sea Life is our first really good look of what the map and the layout for the museum, or for the aquarium, I should say, is going to be like. Vinci Orlando shared this photo of what is going to be inside their exhibits. Media previews are coming up this week for this new It's a traveling exhibit featuring a lot of the artwork and inventions from Leonardo da Vinci. We'll have full coverage on this week's episode of the show. Also on April 4th, BioReconstruct shared this photo of the state of construction for the plaza between the Disney Springs Orange parking garage and the Planet Hollywood right there. Looks like it's coming along there. Hopefully it's opened up very soon, because that's a very condensed walkway there from the garage into Disney Springs. We were over at Typhoon Lagoon to see some concerts that Radio Disney was putting on for the Road to the Radio Disney Music Awards. This was their second to last stop. They're going to Disneyland next, and then on April 25th will be the RDMAs, as they call it. This photo, you can see, this is the Foo Conspiracy performing. You'll be able to see more of this on this week's episode of the show. Now, this is a fun photo. I like this one. Jimmy Buffett shared this photo of him visiting his new Isla Nublar location, aka the set of Jurassic World or Jurassic Park 4. You see the green screen right there behind him. That was keyed out to add the Hawaii visuals, because if I'm not mistaken, this was actually shot over in New Orleans at the abandoned Six Flags New Orleans parking lot. It was where most of the Main Street area for Jurassic World was shot. So this is a fun behind-the-scenes look. I'm so looking forward to this movie. We took this photo over at Islands of Adventure of the King Kong or Skull Island rockwork, starting to become uncovered, as you can see there on the left. As the rockwork is finished, there's also some indication within the scaffolding there that there's a skull face, too, to tie in with the Skull Island, of course. Still no official announcements from Universal on when this is going to open. And moving on to April 5th, Easter Sunday, Spot Mickey on Twitter shared this photo of the line at Test Track. This is just 30 minutes after the park opened. It's always very, very busy on Easter Sunday, especially the whole Easter weekend. You got spring break combined with a holiday. You definitely want to plan ahead if you ever come to Walt Disney World during this time of the year. We saw these new Duffy Zooms that were available over at Downtown Disney. So cute. I got the small one. And finally, Mouse Steps. We want to end this week's episode with this photo from Mouse Steps of Easter Mickey and Minnie at the Grand Floridian. It's a very cute photo. I hope everyone out there had a happy Easter this past weekend. And that is going to do it for the Weekly Rewind. Don't forget to tune into the show this Thursday. We'll have a little bit more from those Radio Disney concerts, including interviews with the talent, as well as a look at the new Leonardo da Vinci exhibit opening up on iDrive. So be sure to tune in for that. And until next week, have fun, guys. We'll see you later.